Good morning, everyone. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I do greatly appreciate them. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum collective reading. It is intended for anyone who sees it when they see it. I do speak in broad terms, so you need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. Nothing's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. So take what you need and leave the rest. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of the daily videos. In there is some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the reading. What decks I'm using, how to follow me on social media. If you want a private reading, you would need to request it from either my Instagram or my Facebook business page. I will never initiate a sale of a reading to you, so if anybody approaches you saying that they're me trying to sell you a reading, be aware that they're not. It's probably an imposter. Easy ways to support the channel. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I put up new content, which is daily. Share the video out and leave me a question or comment. All of those things are greatly appreciated and do help the channel. And I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which is the Sunday reading that goes out for the week, which is like the layer of energy that's happening underneath the cards that you see here today. So if you see me referencing cards that you don't actually see in this reading, I'm referencing back to that reading. That populates in the lower left-hand corner of this video at the end of the video if you want to check that out. Alright, so let's see what the cards or spirit want us to know for the 27th. Oh, and by the way, it's not only set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date, and it makes sense, by all means utilize the reading when you see it. Readings can be timeless and can show up to us when we need them rather than when they were originally created for. Alright, so our card for the day is the Guide of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. I need to remember that the guides are swords. So what I like about this is this feels like we are empowering ourselves. It's interesting to me that we're seeing all of this swords energy. I was thinking about this just before shuffling, and I realized, we're shifting into, I think we're in Cancer. Are we in Cancer? I think, or we're in Gemini season, I think, actually now. Yeah, we're in Gemini season. So all of this swords energy kind of does reflect in that Geminian energy of air sign thought, communication, contracts, things like that. So that might be why we're so up in our head right now. Mercury is also transitioning into the sign of Cancer. So Mercury is a planet, the planet of communication. So there might be a lot going on between our emotions and our mind right now. So that might be why we're seeing a lot of this collectively as trying to clear away some of our thoughts. Underpinning this from the Sunday reading is the Nine of Swords. The reason why I like this Queen of Swords or this Guide of Swords is that she is going to be taking her mind and her emotions and settling them together and utilizing them to wield her sword with clarity in an effort to produce a logical explanation or answer for herself that serves her best, right? So this is us probably at this point beginning to shift into that Sun card that we saw for the beginning or the midweek in the Sunday reading, right? Which is that clarity, that energy, that truth. Maybe it's our own truth, but whatever that truth is, we're now wielding it with one sword and with a bit of spirit involved, because I love these big, beautiful fairy wings that she has. I also love the pink sky around her, which to me signifies the heart chakra, compassion, love. And I think that needs to be compassion for ourselves, especially during this time, because we saw the Nine of Swords twice in the Sunday reading. We saw Seven of Swords yesterday, which is, the sort of untruth card. Now we're getting down to our truth and we're living by it with the Queen here, right? Nobody goes against the Queen, so to speak, right? So we're embracing what is our truth, whatever that truth may be, and we're moving forward with it, and we're ready to wield it. Yes, we'll wield it with some love or some compassion, That's the pink sky here. But we're not like handing it over or second guessing it. We're actually owning it from a place of empowerment and feminine sort of sensibility. And I think that that can be a powerful thing. It also looks like she's kind of holding it up to that mountain sort of in the distance. In other words, the garbage may not be cleared out just yet. There may still be some obstacles or challenges off in the distance, but she's not afraid of sort of cutting away the riffraff or the drama or the uncertainty and moving forward in clarity, love, and compassion. Okay? So embrace the Queen of Swords that's within us, which is our own higher intelligence. Embracing our intelligence and our intuition, or I would say our clear thought and our logic over our emotions, still holding on to our emotions and letting them indicate a certain amount of who we are and what we are and how we express, but also really being clear-minded and logical in what we do and the steps that we take, right? Let's go to the Modern Nirvana Oracle. It is that card partnership. Speaking of divine feminine energy, again, this is the good and the bad, the dark and the light. There's something about these two sisters. They remind me of the sisters. I don't know if you've. I was talking about this the other day with a friend, Maharet and Macaire. These sisters in the interview with the vampire books, and how much I love them. They remind me of this, right? They are kind of like the dark and the light, or the passion and the void, right? The desire and the nothingness. Um, to me, the one in the black dress with the green body almost reminds me of this emptiness exercise that we're being given, right? Um, she represents the coming to terms with that, and then the practical application is the one in the red dress of taking action from that place of that clarity of what's in our deepest, darkest depths. Her skin being green to me is this idea of a truth, a healing, a part of our heart that we have to listen to, that we have to be in partnership with, and then they move together, right? They move in that intuition of the moon that surrounds them. So let me read partnership to you. It's funny that these cards keep repeating because there's obviously a message to them. We've seen partnership recently, I want to say 2 times before. So love conquers all. Let us too surrender to love. Virgil. To be in partnership is to be in union, but it requires clear communication and patience. Partnerships can exist in a multitude of ways. Are you being the best partner to yourself right now? Are you being the best partner to your loved ones, to your family, to your business acquaintances? This card is asking you to meditate on what kind of responsibility you are taking in regards to how you are showing up as a partner. You are being led to reflect on partnership because there might be something that you are seeking an answer for that requires more commitment. Be committed to being a better partner to yourself and those around you, and watch your relationships blossom. The mantra is I commit to honesty, humility, and being the best partner I can be. Now, with the Queen of Swords here, and kind of feeling the struggle bus energy that we've been, at least that I've been in personally, and then what's been going on with the cards, I feel like this is about being in partnership to ourselves first and foremost, wholeheartedly, and owning that good and bad, dark and light, action, inaction, all of the duality that exists within us, but embracing that and using that from a very divine, feminine, and empowered place. It doesn't always have to make sense, or how we feel, or what we think, or what we do to others, but it does need to make sense to us, and I think that that's important today. There's something about these 3 sort of women that are embracing who they are and what they know, and they're wielding it with a truth and a strength. And I think that that's the key today to staying strong, especially with the 9 of Swords still underpinning this. But we have that sun coming on from the midweek. So this is moving us out of that sort of confusion, worry, doubt into strength, light, energy, truth, right? And this is about our truth, our partnership to our truth, I think. Um, so embrace it and be comfortable with it, stay with it, hold it up. I also love that there's 3 women here, which kind of represent that connection of the mind, body, spirit, all being in alignment and all moving forward together in support of one another and all serving a purpose too. So if we feel a little bit more balanced today, a little bit more in charge, a little bit more in control, a little bit more able to give to ourselves, those should all be good aspects and good things that we want to be thinking about and focusing on, aware of. The moon will be in Libra. I'm just noticing that too in Gemini season. So that could also be helping bringing this balance and clarity of the mind that we so maybe greatly need at this time. Let's look at the clarifiers. We have the Page of Pentacles. So this is about building new solid foundations, being open to learning new ways of doing so. This could be new business opportunities or new opportunities for growth within our material world, and focusing on those growths, thinking about the long-term goal. The Three of Cups. Now I love this because what did I say? There was 3 ladies here celebrating. If this is our mind, this might be more the spirit and the body, or the deeper aspects of who we are coming to the forefront, partnering with us to move us forward in celebration, in communion, in harmony, in feeling more settled emotionally, more in tune, more ready to start to take on new endeavors or new paths that lead us to where we want to be rather than where we might find ourselves. And then the last card is the Knight of Wands. Oftentimes associated with the card of Sagittarius, he can be a card of impulse, right? But he can also be a card of action, coming in to serve this Queen of Air, right? He is the Knight of Fire, so he is going to feed off of the Queen of Air, and she is going to feed him. They have a symbiotic relationship. There's a passion to the Knight of Wands. There's a desire. There's a drive, a loyalty. If to me, this Knight of Wands is probably an aspect of us that needs to kind of fire us up. It's almost like the red dress in the partnership card. It's that willingness to take action even on the things that we know to be true that may not be the popular opinion, or that may not necessarily be the road. It's more like the road less traveled, and I think that's some of the Page of Pentacles energy going on. Here is about building something new, going in a new direction, focusing on some new opportunity or possibility, and celebrating that, taking action towards that, and seeing that action through, right? Using our passion or desire for a better, more optimal, optimistic, expansive opportunity, and building that for ourselves. I think that some of us have been held in limitation recently, especially by our mind, and it's time to break free of that. And I think that this is the break free. This is the opportunity to begin to peek from behind the curtain and see the possibility and celebrate that possibility and understand and honor that we've created and worked towards this possibility. That's through this partnership card, whether it's with partnerships with outside parties or within just solely ourselves in our own mind. We've dealt with the echo chamber, and we've listened, and we've been frightened by it or scared by it or challenged by it, but we face those challenges and we've come to terms with them and we faced them head on, and now we're ready to take action through clear thinking, new steps, being a willingness to learn, and the possibility that lies there within. Now let's look at the grounding stone. The grounding stone, perfect, I love it. It's on carnelian. I love this red because it ties into the red of her dress and the passion of the Knight of Swords. This is embrace, and I think that this embrace is about embracing ourselves, who we are, our divine feminine nature, embracing, this partnership aspect of partnering with ourselves, understanding that we are our own greatest cheerleader. Like, if we don't cheerlead for ourselves, no one else is going to. If we don't go out and take action like the Knight of Wands would for ourselves, on behalf of ourselves, no one else will. This white swirl in the embrace stone makes me feel like spirit's all around this too. And it is this like this passion, this drive of the Knight of Swords or the red dress in partnership. To me, it's about grounding it through our first chakra into the earth, and really making it our pivot point or our focal point of how we begin to move forward. It's also the red, like, garment that's around this one woman here in the center, right? There is this vibrancy, this energy that's coming within us, towards us, or from us, that is probably the beginnings of the sun that we see in the midweek, right? That impassioned, sort of emblazoned fire desire that's ready to move us forward. Embrace that. Embrace ourselves in all aspects, right? That's the idea of partnership. Maintaining, remember, the stone for this week is that idea of vision. And do not forget about this idea of emptiness. Empty out anything from you that does not work or that is in conflict, and embrace all new things that bring you closer to what you know to be true for yourself. That is your reading for the day. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a question or comment, and share the video out. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a great day and take care.